Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 66 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Caught right side, Tate. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for a Giants first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
At the 41-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 49ers 15-yard line.
On 2nd down at 4. Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Brought down at the 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Another try for Barkley. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this for...
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Mostert, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Blake Martinez.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go. Black 80! 21.
Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Pickup. First down, San Francisco. Here we go. 180! White.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones out to the right here to Shepard. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Giants 10.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the Giants' 28-yard line.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And a 49er 1st down.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the 1st target, not just the 1st catch, 1st target. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jones throwing on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. the gun, Jones. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
2nd and 1 at the 20.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 14. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Play action. Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Jones sacked.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play, with the score Giants 13, 49ers 7.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds...
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
2nd down.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo connects with Kittle underneath. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are a point away from leading this game.
His kick is good.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's caught. Shepard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones looking for his running back, and he's got it. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game.
3 at the 19-yard line.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DJ Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So they went for the 6, didn't get it. Now the call has to be for 3.
I agree with you. I know the competitive instinct says, let's go ahead and take another shot. But you took it already. Go ahead now, get the field goal.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Garoppolo and the Niners now. Down 16-14, a little over 50 seconds remaining. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Draw play. Here's the fullback. It's Juszczyk. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this is good. Robbie Gould knocks it through in a pressure spot. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the 49ers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a